stretch out with Darwin Cook and Michael Ray Richardson at the guards. Darryl Dawkins at center with Albert King and Buck Williams the forwards. For the New York Knicks, it'll be Rory Sparrow and Paul Westphal in the backcourt. Bill Cartwright in the pivot with Truck Robinson and Bernard King in the front court. The referees are Jack Madden and Jess Kersey. The alternate is Joe Crawford. And we're underway. The opening tip controlled by the Knicks. Here's Sparrow. He stops. He pops. It drops.
The point guard in the game quickly.
So Rory Sparrow, the one-time net, breaks the seal on this one. Richardson, guarded by Westphal, the former Knick. Here's Dawkins up high with Cartwright. Down low to Buck. He fades and fires, and the first foul of the night.
I believe it's going to be on Truck.
Number one on Truck Robinson as we take another look.
Nice bailout pass by Darryl. Buck with the push. Truck committing a foul.
Buck's only Achilles heel at the line this year, 62%. And he makes the first. And now he looks to tie it up. Buck Williams, the Nets all-star power forward, finished second behind Moses Malone in rebounding, averaging 12.5. So he ties it at 2. 11:34 remaining in the first quarter. Sparrow brings it down where he's guarded by Richardson. Cartwright up high with Dawkins. Now here's Sparrow again. Robinson lost the ball. Darwin Cook tied up the baseline. Richardson off the mark. Albert King keeps it alive, but it went out.
They call it on Albert King. Not the type of foul you like to see committed against your premier outside shooter. Setting the game up a little bit, Steve. New York known for their great defense, leading the league. Their half-court trapping defense. Let's have to be careful with the basketball.
Right. 4-2 next. 10:55 remaining in the first. Frenetic atmosphere, as you might expect. Albert King. But he was fouled.
Brother and brother and brother, can they score?
Number one on Bernard King is Albert King steps up to the line where he shot 78% during the regular season.
On the other end, Bill Cartwright using the glass route. Dawkins not fouled, which is an important factor for the New Jersey end of things.
Albert King made the first. Yes, he had 379 fouls, a new single-season record this year. Albert King makes both the Nets 4 for 4 at the line, and we're tied at 4 with 10:48 to go in the first.
The Nets' problem all year is when their half-court offense, and of course with the good defense by New York, that could be a problem.
Bernard King in a crowd. That great quick release by Bernard King to make it 6-4. Knicks, 10:30 left in the first period. Richardson orchestrates the attack. Here's Buck with a jump hook short. Pulled down by Cartwright as he was falling out of bounds. Westphal brings it across. And the foul.
Going to call us on Darwin Cook down low. Now that's twice that the Knick guards have brought the ball up and not been challenged. They're unerring shooters when they're open. Westphal has to be played tough as well as Sparrow. The Sugars ends up sliding behind Darryl Dawkins, and that gave the opening to Westphal.
So Sparrow at the line, a 74% shooter he makes. Michael Cord of the ball game for Albert King, 9-4, Knicks by 5, 10:08 left in the first. Here's O'Corin coming off a bout with bronchitis. Richardson over Westphal. He is short. Buck Williams goes for the rebound. It's tipped over to Cook. He's got an opening.
A hustling basket. The Nets posted up Darwin Cook to handle that half-court press. We'll see how that progresses.
9-6 Knicks, 9:42 left in the first. Westphal airtight with Darwin Cook. Cook is tripped up. No whistle. Back to Sparrow. And Westphal from 20. Over the backboard, back to the Nets.
Darwin Cook fell to the floor. Bill Cartwright accidentally caught his foot.
Richardson brings it across. Here's Cook. Yells out a set plays. He's guarded by Sparrow. Gets a pick from Dawkins. Dawkins over Cartwright. Rebounded by Robinson. Down to Sparrow. Sparrow exploding in. The pass back is taken by Bernard King. He finally flags it down.
Knicks with opportunity break.
Here's Robinson. Chuck Robinson, who had the slow start, finished strong. 11-6 Knicks.
Well, Truck read Michael Corn on him, took advantage of it.
8:45 left in the first. Buck shovels it out to Sugar Ray Richardson. Rebound Westfall. So they're not falling for the Nets right here at the open.
Shooting too fast, Steve.
Sparrow as they whip it around. Here's Robinson. Richardson almost stripped of the ball. Here's Sparrow going baseline.
Darryl Dawkins with his first. Knicks much more comfortable on their offense than the Nets. Able to penetrate, double team, take advantage, bounce pass, and Darryl Dawkins getting over late. Rory Sparrow going to the line for two.
U.B. Brown, definite Coach of the Year candidate. He won it with the Atlanta Hawks back in 1978.
He keeps doing it every place he's been. Urges his players on. Nice way of saying coercing.
Sparrow drops both. He's 3 for 3 from the line. He has 5, 13-6. The Knicks with their biggest lead, 7, 8:20 to go. Here's the trap by New York. Buck Williams. Guarded closely by Bernard King. O'Corin.
Everybody trying to get on the scoreboard. They're not running their set.
Here's Bernard to an uncontested Westfall. Way off, and O'Corin couldn't pluck it out of the air.
It's not the kind of start Bill Blair wants, and I see him standing up now, calling for a timeout. And I believe one where he has to relax his club. They're playing as though they're the away team.
You see Bill Blair shaking his head. Nets time. Timeout on the floor with a score. It's the Knicks 13, the Nets 6. 8 minutes, 2 seconds left in the first quarter. 13-6 Knicks. Steve Albert, Bill Raftery, and Bob Goldshaw at the Meadowlands Arena. Knicks ball. Here's Westfall. One-hand grab by Darryl Dawkins.
Has to do that if the Nets are going to succeed.
Darryl has one foul. Has Cook delivered. That's his second field goal for 4.
When you're playing against a team with the defense that the Knicks have, you can't take fast shots. You've got to get in the flow of the game.
Nice pass to King. 4 points for Bernard, and it's 15-8. Knicks by 7. 7:30 left in the first. The lob down low to Darryl. He slithers in.
Well, we've seen Darryl Dawkins do more of that this year than ever. On the other end, behind your man, you're never going to stop Bernard King. Michael Corn got hung up.
Bernard King, fouled by Darryl Dawkins. You see the reaction of Darryl. That's his second.
As we know, Darryl will commit the inadvertent or silly foul. And the crowd agreeing with him. I believe Jake Hersey could have let that one go.
So the early departures, Mike Jaminski checks in for Darryl Dawkins. Leaves with 2 points and 2 personal fouls. 15-10 Knicks, 7:10 remaining in the first quarter. Bernard King to trigger.
Well, they'll go right to Jaminski.
Here's Sparrow. Oh, did Jaminski get mugged by Cartwright?
Well, Mike Jaminski early in the year gave the Nets a formidable post. He stopped playing aggressively. This particular play shows he's involved in the ballgame.
Number 1 on. Cartwright. Under 7 minutes. Nets trail by 5. Here in the first. Otis Birdsong is in the ball game. Off the stress fracture of the pelvis. And he looked good down the stretch in 2 games. The jump hook by Jaminski gets the roll.
And they're calling a foul, too. I believe Buck Williams is pushed. My guess would be Truck Robinson. Good looking hook shot, and on the weak side, Buck setting up for offensive rebounding, and Truck raising his arm. A little power forward action.
Number 2 on Robinson, so he is replaced by Sly Williams.
And this is not meant negatively. This could hurt the Nets. Truck Robinson is not as big a factor as Sly.
Look at that work by Buck Williams. He just slid off the side of the rim, though. 15-12, Knicks by 3. 6.5 left in the first. The stutter step by Westfall. And the pass. What a save by Bernard King. Rory Sparrow with great hustle. Off this scramble, it's Cartwright. 17-12 Knicks. And the Knicks may have gotten away with a travel.
That was diagrammed early in the day, that play.
Buck Williams kept it alive. Jaminski again.
Looks like the Duke days are back.
Mike Jaminski needing no time to warm up, replacing Darryl Dawkins, hitting 2 jump hooks from the right baseline. 17-14, Knicks by 3. 5:42 left in the first quarter. Here's Bernard King against Mike O'Carty. Wheels and fires. What a shot. High off the backboard. 6 points for Bernard King. 19-14, New York. Otis Birdsong, the high-stepping dribble. O'Corin from straight away. That's his first bucket.
The Nets are trying to create some things and getting free.
Knicks by 3, 19-16. 5 minutes to go. In the first is Sly Williams bumps off Buck Williams. Now here's Cartwright. Buck Williams snares it. 1 against 3. Able to yank it down. Here's O'Corin. Turned it over.
Tough play, the ball hopped up on Michael, but getting back, Sly Williams handles the ball well. You know he's going to use his left hand, and it's still hard to play him. But Buck Williams is not used to playing that far from the basket.
Sly Williams, super sub off the Knick bench. Westfall dips it into Cartwright. Around to King. Bernard King has 4 field goals for 8. 21-16 Knicks.
Michael Cohen went to help out. You can't leave Bernard King alone.
4:20 left of the first. Here's Cook in deliberate fashion, fronted by Westfall. He finds Otis in the corner. Birdsong. 7 on the shot clock. He wiggles and fires. It's deflected by Sparrow, taken down by Sly Williams. Lost the handle and then recovers. Westfall with a set play as he held up the fist. Here's Cartwright, jump hook. And Buck Williams again corrals it. Here's Otis Birdsong. Great move on Westfall. He turned in on Westfall, and it's 21-18. Knicks by 3. 3:42 left of the first. Sparrow moving it on Cook. Whips it in to King for the quick turnaround.
That inside screen, eventually you're going to have to switch. Good penetration, getting Birdsong on the board.
10 points for Bernard King. 23-18, Knicks by 5. 3:20 left in the first. Cook gets a pick from Buck. Buck Williams, super free from O'Corin. First field goal for Buck Williams. 23-20, Knicks by 3. 3:05 left in the first. Richardson and Phillips are waiting in the on-deck box. Cartwright and the foul.
Michael Korn is letting Cartwright shape up in a dangerous position. Obviously, Knicks well-schooled, getting the ball in low. Mike Jaminski with the push. This is that old play. Michael Korn, as you mentioned, great pass to Buck Williams in the 3-second lane.
And the Knicks call time. So with 2:56 left in the first quarter, time out of the floor with a score of the Knicks 25, the Nets 20. All right, Bill Cartwright at the foul line off the Otis Birdsong foul. 25-20 Knicks, 2:56 left in the first quarter.
Couple of substitutions. Turnover here. Mike Jaminski.
Bernard King. Well, first Cartwright completed the three-point play. King continues to be on fire. He's got 6 field goals for 12. And the Knicks open up an 8-point lead, their biggest. Nice pass to Eddie Phillips with the sweet move.
Now the Nets have worked 3 days now on handling that press. They've been successful thus far.
28-22 Knicks, 2.5 left of the first. Here's Sly Williams against Buck Williams. Stripped to the ball by Richardson, who led the league in steals. Birdsong. And the foul against New York.
Tucker, Trent, trying to step in. Again, not a sharp passing sequence. The loop here catches Birdsong playing catch-up with the ball. Otis with the angle, taking it to the goal.
Number 1 on the rookie, Trent Tucker. Here's Birdsong. Only a 57% foul shooter during the course of the regular campaign. He has 1 field goal tonight. Makes 1 out of 2. 28-23. Knicks by 5. 2:20 remaining in the first. Sparrow brings it down against Richardson. Bernard against the Nets rookie Eddie Phillips, trying to take advantage, and he does. 14 for Bernard King.
Very tough to play. Have to sag, which is a violation in the NBA. But you have to assist the man who guards King.
Off the stutter step move by Birdsong. This is Phillips. The jump hook by Buck. 30-25, Knicks by 5, 1:44 left in the first. Good spot job by Eddie Phillips, spotting Buck Williams in the lane. Sparrow into Marvin Webster, just checked in. Webster against Jaminski. 5 on the shot clock. It's deflected by Jaminski. Eddie Phillips brings it across. Over to Jaminski. Doesn't get the roll. Looks for the rebound. Back the other way off the foul.
Going to call it on Jaminski. I think Mike was unsure of whether to dunk the ball or take the layup, and therefore the miss. Down the other end, and unsure. Webster. Jaminski starting to play. Eddie Phillips not known for his ball handling. Body kicking the ball down. And here we see Mike, not sure of which to do.
Number 1 on Jaminski to the line is Trent Tucker. 59% during the regular season. The Knicks first-round pick out of Minnesota. The 6th pick overall in the NBA draft. One of the top guards out of college. .25, 1:15 to go. Here's the trap at midcourt. Richardson, the tip by Jaminski.
Mike active with his hands. Good challenge there.
31-27, the Knicks. 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Ernie Grunfeld off the bench.
Actually, the press has been effective for the Nets versus the Knicks.
Webster with a wild hook, a sweeping hook over Jaminski. Marvin Webster, one of the not ready for prime-time players. The second unit of the New York Knicks, making it 33-27 Knicks. 33 seconds to go in the first. Phillips cuts in. 5 on the shot clock. They've got to hurry. The scoop by Richardson is pulled down by Webster. 18 seconds left in the first. Ernie Grunfeld coast to coast.
I really feel Michael Ray is trying to do too much. Forcing a little bit, not getting his type of shots.
Richardson coming off the battle of the bug, the virus. Richardson for 3. As the buzzer sounds, ending the first. Bill Blair, who inherited the hot seat when he took over on Thursday night, April 7th in Pontiac, Michigan, when Larry Brown departed. He held a closed practice to the media on Monday, something Net followers are not accustomed to. Somebody asked Bill if he was planning to incorporate new plays. Bear replied, "Being an interim coach, I'm not smart enough to put in new plays. How could I possibly do that?"
But Kentucky with Dawkins and King back in. See if Albert can get started.
Otis Birdsong with Ernie Grunfeld. Here's Richardson. King guarded by Lewis Orr. Buck wants the ball. It's put up by Albert King. Out of bounds to the net. Last touch by Sly Williams.
Knicks are doing a terrific job of doubling on the ball, creating problems. No easy shots for the Nets.
5 on the shot clock for the Nets, but Jack Batten blows the whistle. Illegal defense, I believe, given to the Knicks. Or delay of game.
Well, Louis Orr stepped over and touched Albert King, similar to knocking the ball aside.
And similar to the same movement of an illegal defense. As far as the official's call is concerned. Still 5 on the shot clock. Nice move by Birdsong, but it wouldn't go down. Daryl Dawkins. 4 points for Daryl. He's playing with 2 personal. 35-29. Knicks by 6. 11-25 to go on the second. Grunfeld. Here's Orr from the corner. Long pass to Grunfeld. On the mismatch, runs into Dawkins and he threw it away. And the big guy brings it up. Showing his versatility. Nearly thrown away by Richardson. Birdsong trying to get the step. Stops, pops, and drives.
Bob Belcher said at the beginning, he felt that Otis had to play like $1 million player, doing some things now.
Bill Blair up. Birdsong missed 20 games with an assortment of ailments this year. 35-31. Knicks by only 4 after leading by 8. Webster tied up by Dawkins outside to Tucker. Long rebound Richardson. And the Nets motor it down. Now they slow it up. Cross court King. And Buck Williams takes a seat.
I believe that would have been the net ball anyhow, but it's tough when you're out there hustling. Sometimes you're unsure who touched it last.
And look who's in the ball game for New Jersey. Foots Walker, who was battling the separated rib injury, and he's wearing a harness. You might be able to see it protruding through the jersey.
A flak jacket, I think they call it.
Just like the football players, the quarterbacks, and Buck Williams with a strong rebound. Here's Darwin Cook. He stops, he pops, doesn't drop. Tucker off to Webster. Now here's Sly Williams. Right wing to Tucker. And the next set up. Sly with the quick move.
Now Sly can play offense, and he's not too bad defensively. He's giving Buck Williams a difficult time.
First field goal for Sly. 37-31, Knicks by 6. 9:35 to go in the second. Foots Walker. Stripped of the ball. Back to Albert King. Albert King his first bucket. He's got 4. 37-33 Knicks. The Nets have never led. 9:18 to go in the first half. Tucker off the quick hands by Foots Walker. It'll be Nick ball. Here comes Truck Robinson back into the ball game for New York. Replaces
Sly.
UB Brown yells out play. Number 2. We'll see what develops.
Jersey boy.
Grunfeld in and out. Webster in position. And he barrels in. Overshot the target. Taken away by Cook. Kersey says foul on Darwin Cook.
Darwin's got fast hands. Comes up with some amazing steals during the course of the season. I believe he's 5th in the NBA. We'll see how quick they are. Just Kersey right down there. Tough ball.
Number 2 on Cook. Len Elmore replacing Buck Williams, who leads with 6 points, no personals. Knicks by 4. 9 minutes left in the first half. Lewis Orr against Albert King. A pair of 55. Dawkins trying a one-handed jump ball. Webster and Dawkins.
Now you hear Darryl Dawkins saying, come on, man, because he's so used to having that foul called on him when the big guy comes over his back.
So the 2 Giants. It is tapped out off Webster. Webster just whacked it out of bounds back to the net. 8:50 left in the second. Nets trail by 4. Foots Walker and Darwin Cook in the backcourt with Albert King, Len Elmore, and Daryl Dawkins. And Dawkins being grabbed by Webster.
Good shape up, and Footsy, the wise veteran, spotting it inside as you've got a scorer.
Brian Trottier providing that goal. Islanders lead the Rangers 1-0 in the first. Over at the Nassau Coliseum. The quick release by Darwin Cook. Off the heel of the rim, rebound by Tucker. Ducks it under Elmore. Right wing to Orr. Out it comes. It squirts to Grunfeld. Left-hander. And again, the Knicks may have gotten away with a traveling call. 39-33. Knicks by 6.
This one on Webster again, number 40.
That's his second.
Here's the physical end of basketball. Darrell has his arm encased.
Bernard King and Rory Sparrow have returned for the Knicks. 8:05 left of the second quarter. Foots Walker taking control. Here's Cook with Grunfeld. Shot clock down to 8. Albert King. 6 points for Albert, and the Nets within 4 again.
Somebody on the floor. Truck. The Nets have played well against UB's second unit, which is something maybe in the second half you may not see that type of substituting.
Something they couldn't do in the final 2 games of the regular season as UB Brown and the Nets go to the sidelines as the Knicks call a 20-second timeout. The announcement in the background of the Islanders leading the Rangers 1-0 in the first period. Right here it's 39-35, Knicks by 4. 7:36 remaining in the first half.
Well, there's such a strain at this time of year. You can see UB there talking to his club. There's so much emotion involved, and also the attention span improves. Players, their eyes are focused on the coach. Albert King here showing his strength, but Mr. Tennessee, Ernie Grunfeld, Marvin going into the middle of the 10. Exciting time of the year.
Bernard King will trigger, fronted by Brother Albert, and Sparrow grabs.
We'll see if UB will try and get number 3 on Dawkins.
Bernard, and the foul called by Jack Madden.
This is number 3 on Darrell. Helped out on Bernard King.
Darrell Dawkins, who was disqualified 23 times during the regular season, 3 shy of the NBA record with number 3. There's that game face of Bernard King as Mike Jaminski, who looked very good coming off the bench earlier, replaces Dawkins.
What happened on that call? The angle of the call is what surprised Darrell. Jack Madden said he had his hand on the shooting hand of Bernard King.
First trip by Bernard to the line, 72% during the regular season. He's got 15 points on 7 for 7 from the field. 1 out of 2 for Bernard. 40-35, Knicks by 5. 7:25 left of the half. Albert King. Wild move. Webster pulls it down for the Knicks. Waits for help. Finds Bernard King. He's got Grunfeld in the left corner. Whips it over to the right side to Sly. Sly Williams out to Sparrow. Cross court to King. Corner to Grunfeld.
The Bernie and Ernie show.
The old Tennessee connection. 42-35. Knicks by 7. Under 7 minutes left of the second. The crowd high pitched from the outset. Albert King moves on Bernard King. In and out. Jaminski the tip. Another tip is no. And Sly Williams has it slapped out by a combination of Elmore and Albert King.
Good offensive rebounding. Coming up short.
Timeout coming up right here. There's a timeout on the floor with a score. The Knicks 42 and the Nets 35. 42-35. The Knicks by 7, 6:41 left in the first half. We want to remind you to order Sports Channel. Simply call 800-228-5665 or your local cable company.
Knicks are being more efficient on offense.
Grunfeld. Rebounded by Richardson. Lost the handle. Sparrow. Headmans to Grunfeld. field goals, 8 points. 9-point Knick lead, this their biggest of the night. And a quick timeout by New Jersey.
Now the defense set it up. He had a call it, Steve. They couldn't get the ball in bounds. And right now, momentum, hustle, going away of the Knickerbockers.
Time out of the floor, the score. Knicks 44, Nets 35. The 44-35, Knicks by 9, 6:13 to go.
Right now, the Nets don't have good direction. It's rather aimless on the offensive end. And they're coming empty in their swarming defense right now. But hanging close enough.
Richardson with Sparrow. Birdsong. And Grunfeld. 8 on the shot clock. Richardson tied up, looking for some room. 5 on the shot clock. Albert King wiggles and fires. Way off the mark into the hands of Webster. Grunfeld whips it down to King. And that, his first miss, and it's going to be a blocking foul on Albert King. His second.
As happens, you have a tough shot on one end, come back, and Albert just trying to get in the way of his brother. With the bump, 2 shots.
Mike O'Corin replaces Albert King, who leaves with 2 fouls. Here's Mike. Bernard King already with 16 points, average 21.9 during the regular season, a high of 43 on the year. 17 points for Bernard, 46-35. Knicks by 11, 5:40 left in the second quarter. And open Richardson.
And again, the best offense has been done against the press, and I'm sure UB with his charts will have something to say at the half to his club.
46-37 Knicks, 5:25 in the second quarter. Here's Sparrow, tied up by Richardson. Bernard King gets free. In and out to O'Corin as King hits the deck. Now Birdsong moves it across. Otis doubled up for the moment. The lob down low to Buck Williams for the double pump and the foul. Splendid move by Buck Williams. He's got a chance for 9.
Webster with number 3. And this was a calculated gamble. Mike O'Corin knew he had room to loop the ball because Webster was back over on Mike Jaminski. The pump, goal, and foul.
So 3 fouls on Marvin Webster. He goes out, Cartwright returns, and Buck Williams 2 for 3 at the line, and he has 8 points. He got the roll, and it's 46-40, Knicks by 6, 5 minutes left in the second quarter. The quick hands of Richardson again breaks it up.
Loose ball foul on Rory Sparrow. Sugar can do some things on the defensive end to upset the ball handler. Flicking at the ball, knocking it off Sparrow's knee. And right there, the swat, right on top of the play, Jack Knight.
Number 1 on Sparrow. The Nets with a chance to cut it to 4. Here's Richardson, and he can do it. And he does! Second field goal for Richardson. He's got 4. 46-42 Knicks. 4:35 remaining in the second quarter. Grunfeld moves in on Birdsong. And the chance of defense. Chuck Robinson against Buck Williams. One hands to King. Bernard. 19 points for Bernard King.
He's out of the gate. Mike O'Corin's going to have a tough time bringing him back in.
48-42. The Knicks have led from the start. 4:08 left in the first half. 5 on the shot clock. Birdsong fires. Rebounded by Grunfeld. Outlet to Sparrow. The pull-up. Traveling as 2 Nets converged on the ball. Buck Williams and Mike O'Corin.
At the time, you don't like that as a coach, but you love to see players 4 hands on the ball. It'll even out if you keep aggressively after the ball.
Paul Westfall replaces Ernie Grunfeld. Grunfeld goes out with 8 points all from the field. Now up this collision, Buck Williams is nailed, and that's his first. Eddie Phillips will report in for the Nets. Rangers have tied it up for the first on a goal by Railroad Salinas. So it's 1-1 in the first period at the Nassau Coliseum. Brian Trottier scored the Islander goal earlier.
I'm sure observers are watching the ball game wondering about Albert King, but Bernard is playing so well, they're going for defense now. Corrin first, now Eddie Phillips.
Chuck Robinson fakes right, goes left, has a little daylight, missed the hook. Bernard is there for the rebound. Bernard King putting on an exhibition here in the first half. 21 points. 50-42. Knicks by 8, 3:20 left in the first half. Phillips comes around. Richardson at the point. Shot clock down to 7. Phillips can't get the baseline. Shovels it out to Jaminski. 8 points.
That might surprise some people, but Mike Jaminski was an excellent jump shooter at Duke. Hasn't shown it in the NBA yet.
6-point Nick lead. 2:55 left in the first half. The steal recovered by Westfall. Birdsong almost had it. Now Cartwright. Off balance shot won't go. Followed out Jaminski. The rebound long pass to Phillips. Turns it on. Westfall won't go, but he is fouled.
Eddie Phillips taking the play for Westfall. But Jaminski, very involved. Good defensive rebound, setting this up. Crossover move. Westfall helpless, and that's it.
Number 1 on Westfall. Len Elmore replaces Mike Jaminski, who leaves with a big hand from this crowd. Another good display by Jaminski. Sits down with 8 points, 1 foul. Eddie Phillips, 68% at the line during the regular year. He has 1 bucket on the night so far. Missed them both. Gets the rebound, though. Curls in on Robinson. Can't lay it in the block by Cartwright. Westfall springs it loose for King. 23 points for Bernard King.
Credit that fast break basket to Bill Cartwright's helping defense, igniting. They send it in by Bernard.
Buck Williams with the strong move, and then the follow by Elmore. Len Elmore's first field goal, 52-46. And it's just like everybody predicted, a war. Under 2 minutes left in the first half, deflected away by Elmore. Phillips down to Richardson. Sugar Ray, scoop to the hoop.
And the Nets are not playing well, but they're hanging tough, creating some things with their defense.
Down by only 4, a minute 38 to go in the first half. Bernard King. What a hop for Bernard off the rim. Everything is falling. He's got 25.
Awesome display. And to think he used to play for New Jersey. Of course, Ruby Brown and Blair glaring at one another a little bit.
The Knicks by 6, 1:20 left in the first half. Their biggest lead was 11. The Nets never led. Richardson blocked, taken back by Elmore. Elmore again. Phillips out of bounds off the Knicks.
A tee now. Lenny Elmore. And what happened? Lenny thought he was fouled on the second follow-up. Sugar Ray with penetration. Coming up empty. Not on this one. Lenny actually got pushed by Phillips.
Len Elmore, the technical. Westfall at the line made the technical foul shot. You'll take a look at the reaction of Len Elmore. So it's 55-48. Thank you, Jiggs, and welcome to the Meadowlands Arena. For those of you watching our other Sports Channel event, the Islander-Ranger playoff game, our score here is the Knicks 55, the Nets 48, with 1:09 remaining in the first half. Steve Albert, Bill Raftery, and Bob Goldshaw standing by. The turnaround by Buck Williams is off the hill of the rim. Rebounded by Truck Robinson, the outlet down to Sparrow. Sparrow moves away from Richardson. Then he lost the ball as he fell down. It trickles out off of the Nets.
They're working hard, the Nets, and you pursue this type of basketball defensively. It's the offense that's killing them. Their shots are harsh. They're either fast, off balance, or they're trying too hard to make their goals. And I would credit the defense of the Knickerbockers. Outstanding.
More substitutions for the New Jersey Nets. That's Darwin Cook. Darwin Cook replaces Otis Birdsong. Richardson is replaced by Foots Walker. Off the inbounds, what they call. Not a goaltend, but a foul on Elmore. As Cartwright takes his seat in photographer's row.
We saw the coaches helping out here. On this pass, Lenny Elmore felt he was pushed. Here trapping it. Could have been goaltending, but they're just giving the two-shot foul.
U.B. Brown wanted goaltending.
Now he wants a tee on Buck.
And to the line is Cartwright, who is 1 for 1. He has 7 points. A 74% shooter during the year. To the right of U.B. Brown, another New Jerseyite, Mike Fratello, the assistant coach. And alongside Mike is Richie Adebato. 1 out of 2 for Cartwright. He's got 8. 56-48. The Knicks by 8 with 50 seconds left of the first half. Eddie Phillips, the rookie out of Alabama. They swing it around into the corner to Walker. Darwin Cook over Trent Tucker. 6 points.
And the Knicks force you to make the outside shot. They back it in, make it tough to get it in deep.
30 seconds left in the half. 56-50 Nets. They've led all the way. Their biggest lead, 11. Here's Sparrow against Walker. Can't get the baseline. Robinson muscles it in. The left-hander goes, plus the foul. 4 points for Truck Robinson. Foul on Elmore.
When you post up this low with the strength that the Truck does, very difficult to stop him.
Number 2 on Len Elmore. And to the line is Len Truck Robinson for the first time. 59% during the regular season. Cannot make it a three-point play. 58-50 Knicks by 8. They'll look for the last shot. 11 seconds to go the half. And now a 20-second timeout as they look to set something up with 9 seconds to go in the second quarter. So Bill Blair calls the Nets over. Well, if necessary, the 7th and deciding game of the Islander Rangers series will be seen exclusively here on Sports Channel Sunday night at 7 when the three-time champs face off against their crosstown rivals, the New York Rangers. Find out if the Islanders will defend their title, starting with the Islander preview at 6:30, exclusively on Sports Channel, the home of the home teams. To order, call 800-228-5665 or your local cable company.
Tough to get the ball in now, and UB's liable to trap the first pass. Obviously make it tough to get it in. Interesting to see if they end up with a two-shot, two-point shot, or a three-point shot.
Albert King back in for Eddie Phillips for the final 9 seconds. Nets trail by 8. In it goes to Cook. He is immediately trapped. Looking for 3. Robinson the rebound. 1 second. They won't get a shot off. Go third quarter. It's Darwin Cook. Rebounded by Truck Robinson, but a foul. Jack Vann says stay right here.
They're going to give it to Truck Robinson, and that's a break. Oh, they're going to give it to Bill Cartwright. That's a break. Dawkins automatically thought it was him. Will take a shot of it down low, and the little shove possibly prior and the delay whistle.
Number 2 on Cartwright. Nets looking to close within 6. Biggest lead 11 by New York. Nets have never led. Albert King, little pump. He's short. Tipped up by Richardson. And it's finally corralled by Cartwright. And Jess Kersey blows the whistle. Richardson.
Sugar Ray, Steve.
From behind, Michael Raysburg.
Nets once more getting opportunities, but negated there by the foul.
So Nick Ball, non-shooting foul. Sparrow. Rebounded by Buck into the hands of Dawkins. Buck had 8 rebounds in the first half. Richardson to the top of the key. Here's Cook. The lob to Buck, tipped away by Truck Robinson. Sparrow spearheads the attack, the stutter step, and the dish off to Robinson. Made it look easy. 6 points for Truck. Knicks by 10. 10:50 left in the third. Westfall hits the deck. Here's Dawkins. Gets a roll.
And really a good non-call. You saw Westfall hit the floor. Incidental contact.
No harm, no foul, as they say. 60-52 Knicks. 10:30 left in the third. Bernard King. And he got hacked. Buck Williams questions the call.
Well, that's a deep shot. Even though Bernard is having a terrific game, you hate to foul anybody that deep, that far from the basket.
UB Brown up. And Buck Williams continues to negotiate. Bernard King. 3 for 4, now 4 for 5. At the line, he has 26. Islanders leading the Rangers 2-1 as Mike Bossy put the Islanders ahead over at the Nassau Coliseum. 27 for Bernard King.
That's more than you had in your career.
Junior high, high school, and college. 62-52 Knicks. 10:20 to go in the third. Off the trap by the Knicks. Here's Richardson. Long feed for King. Albert King gets his third field goal.
And for the Nets' sake, they should hope that the Knicks stay in the press because they've been able to score. It's the slow offensive sets that they're struggling with.
King with 8. The hesitation drive by Sparrow. Rory Sparrow, traded from Atlanta in the Scott Hastings deal. King has it rejected by Cartwright. Beautiful save by Westfall. Here's Bernard King down to Rory Sparrow, and off the fast break, the Knicks open it up to a 12-point lead.
Not the kind of start the Nets wanted, but the Knickerbockers hustling, helping one another. 2 people combining for the block, and pretty communication. Westfall to Bernard, and Rory with the dunk.
Rory roaring in off the third block of the night by Bill Cartwright. Time out on the floor with a score. Knicks 66, Nets 54. Sports Channel, call 800-228-5665. Or call your local cable company. Nets ball trailing by 12. Darwin Cook the miss and the whistle, and Jack Madden calls a loose
ball. Going to be on Cartwright again. Darrell's getting a few calls. Can't complain thus far.
Islanders taking the 2-1 lead in the second period on that goal by Mike Bossy. The turnaround by Buck Williams is short. Grabbed by Bernard King. The emphatic rebound. Oh, he almost walked. (66-54). Knicks biggest lead 12. And traveling on Sparrow, who can't believe the call.
I was saying he dragged his foot.
Sparrow continues to incur his wrath at Jack Madden.
Well, I think Jack was right.
Darryl Dawkins deep underneath for the slam.
If you're looking for something to ignite your ball club, that has to be it. Nets are being outplayed.
He's got 8 points. It's a 10-point Knick lead. Sparrow splits through, and he's stripped of the ball. Albert King down to Dawkins. Look out! That is a Jersey jam. Darryl Dawkins.
That's thunder at the junction, I guess. with the interference.
Sparrow, a major factor here tonight. He's got 11. Called by Jess Kersey, pointing the finger at Cartwright. That's his fourth. Marvin Webster replaces Bill Cartwright. Nets trail by 10, 8:03. As you look at the Islanders score at the Nassau Coliseum on the goal by Gordy Lane, they take a 3-1 lead in Game 5. Looking to take a 3-2 lead in the series. Albert King is no good. Cook rejected. Looked like Webster got a piece of it, and King is there again. 10 points for Albert Kay. It's got UB Brown pacing, and it's an 8-point net lead. 7:40 left in the third. And wait for Webster to get back into the flow. And the chance of defense ringing from the crowd.
Bill Blair made that switch. Albert King playing truck, and Buck on Bernard.
Tough defense by Cook and Bernard King. 24-second violation against New York. First one of that nature tonight. UB continues to urge on the Knicks, and the Nets can cut it to 6 with 7:18 to go in the third. Puts Walker in charge. Here's Albert King, fronted by his older brother Bernard. Darwin Cook ducks in under Sparrow, and climbing was Robinson.
Oh, this is the best night that Darryl Dawkins has had in a sense of the officials. Truck Robinson then for the push-off, but Darryl's keeping his hands up out of harm's way, and it's tough to see him pushing and shoving, something we didn't see all year.
Fourth team foul, non-shooting, and puts Walker again trying to ignite things. The Nets talk it over on the floor. Deflected by Sparrow, but into the clutches of Buck Williams. Great feed to Cook. Buck Williams spotting Darwin Cook, cruising down the lane.
Now what this does for UB Brown, he has to decide, should I go to Truck Robinson with King on him, or should I keep going to my horse, Bernard?
68-62 Knicks. Uncontested, Rory Sparrow. Short, back tap by Truck Robinson. Sparrow dives for the ball. Lunging for it. And Westfall now. Bernard turns in. Finds Webster. 70-62 Knicks. 6:15 remaining in the third. Butch Walker looks over to Bill Blair. And Blair yells out a play. Albert getting a roadblock of a pick by Buck Williams, but he couldn't connect. And then Marvin Webster is roughed up.
Darwin Cook with the... Albert King is now getting the shots he desires, but the first two quarters are preying on his mind. He's not nailing that open jump shot, which he's done all year.
Number 2 on Cook.
Penetration, key to the game. Spotting. Webster for the jam.
8-point Knick lead. Webster against Dawkins. Bill Blair and the Nets want traveling. It's short. Butch Walker brings it across. Butch settles it down. 10 on the shot clock. Albert over Bernard. And it's just not falling for Albert King tonight. 70-62 Knicks. 5:15 remaining in the third.
Albert's a shooter. He'll shoot the ball until he's taken out. So he'll shoot himself out of it or come out.
Marvin Webster. Sparrow deep in the corner. That's a 2-pointer. 13 for Rory Sparrow. 72-62. Knicks by 10. Their biggest lead, 12. 4:50 remaining in the third. Butch Walker, the acceleration. Off to Cook. Rejection by Robinson. Fast break, 2-on-1 for the Knicks. Sparrow and Westfall. Here's Rory Sparrow. Sparrow has 15 points. And the Nets are calling time. The Nets call time. And the Knicks fans here in the crowd are up and cheering. With 4:38 remaining in the third, the Knicks out to a 12-point lead again, matching their biggest of the night, 74-62. At the Nassau Coliseum, Dwayne Sutter scoring for the Islanders, opening it up to a 4-1 lead over the Rangers. In the second, at the Nassau Coliseum. Otis Birdsong returns for the Nats. Oh, the shovel shot by Foots Walker. First field goal for Foots, 74-64 Knicks. 4:20 on the clock in the third. Webster. Bernard King, the soft turnaround. 29 for Bernard, who had 25 in the first half.
Getting the ball in a vulnerable spot there.
It's by 12 again. 76-64. Nets working around the perimeter to Walker. And the blocking foul on Westfall, and the ball goes. Foots Walker with 2 in a row and a chance for more.
The 2 old pros, Westfall trying to get the baseline. Footsy using his head, hearing the whistle, and releasing the ball. Possible three-pointer.
Number 2 on Westfall. We'll take a look from another angle. Walker completed the three-point play. He's got 5 of the night, and it's a 9-point game, 76-67 Knicks, with 3:45 remaining in the third. 10 on the shot clock. Albert King chest to chest with Truck Robinson, but Robinson drills it.
The Knicks are really doing a number on that matchup. Buck Williams first, they post up Bernard in the 3-second lane. Now they open a side for Truck to work on Albert King.
Truck with 8 points, all from the field. Otis from 20. Birdsong.
New Jersey basketball, Otis Birdsong.
7 points for Birdsong. They need Otis to get hot, to get back in. 78-69. Knicks by 9. 3:10 on the clock in the third. Westfall with Birdsong looking for the steal. Here's an open Sparrow, and then Buck Williams came in and committed the foul. That's his third.
Nets trap out at the guard spot. Westfall, Sage, veteran, spotting his backcourt partner. Buck Williams coming over a little bit late on the wrist.
Number 3 on Buck Williams is Michael Ray Richardson, comes in for Foots Walker. Foots leads with 5. At the line, Sparrow missing the first, his first miss at the line after making 3 in a row. 15 points for Rory. Now 16, and he makes it 79-69 Knicks. 3 minutes left in the third. Richardson, Birdsong in the backcourt with Buck Williams, Albert King, and Darryl Dawkins up front. Otis rebounded by Robinson. Here's Bernard King exploding to the basket. 31 points for Bernard King.
As good a performance as I've seen in the playoffs in quite a while.
81-69 New York. 2:30 to go in the third. Dawkins is trapped. Taken away by Sparrow. Right off his foot. The dive by Bernard rescues the ball. Grunfeld stops. Pops a drop. Great hustle by Bernard King to ensure the basket.
Right now, you got to get back running your offense and think 10. The Knicks are on a good run.
Their biggest lead, 14, is Dawkins. Plows in and gets the roll. 12 for Darryl. 83-71. Knicks by 12. 1:55 left in the third. A walking dribble now by Sparrow, who picks up the pace just a step. Batted away by Richardson. And Robinson picks up the loose ball.
This is, I thought they were going to call on Webster. Jack Madden making his mind up. Albert King, maybe? Albert King.
Number 4 on Albert King as Louis Orr comes in, replacing Bernard King, who leads with 31.
Well, we've seen Dawkins do things all year and show improvement. It's just the fouls have hurt him, and he's got some broad expanse. That time turning it over.
Truck Robinson steps up. He's now 0 for 2 at the line.
Truck not a good foul shooter.
59% on the year. Edmund Sherrod replacing Rory Sparrow, who leads with 16 points. Sherrod performing with the sprained knee.
Sparrow performing at a high level of efficiency. Terrific ball game by Rory Sparrow.
84-71 Knicks lead by 13, a minute 35 in the third. The steal by Sherrod. Grunfeld. Robinson over Williams. And the Knicks bolt out to a 15-point lead. This their largest margin, 86-71, a minute 10 to go in the third. And Buck Williams throwing the foul.
We give it to Truck or Grunfeld, we'll see. 23.
On him by raising his right hand. Instead, it's number 5 on Cartwright. So Buck Williams steps up to the line. Sly Williams back in. Marvin Webster in. Buck Robinson. He has 9. So Buck hits double figures and trims it to 4-2.
What makes it tough to get behind New York is that their offense is selective. They'll pick you apart. They'll use the clock. Very wise club and well-directed.
Richardson looking for the steal. 13-point Knick lead, 86-73, 50 seconds to go in the third. Lewis Orr, the lob down to Webster, guarded by Jaminski. Here's Orr again over O'Corin. High rebound, the tip by Sly Williams. Buck saves it at the baseline, and it goes out of bounds to the Knicks. Buck Williams did all he could do to try to rescue that ball, and then just threw it up for grabs. Sly Williams. Shot clock down to 6. Sly pumps. Out it comes to Richardson. For the foul.
Well, the Knickerbockers wanted to stop Sugar.
Side.
Number 1 on Grunfeld. Lenny Elmore in for Mike Jaminski. Full complement of reserves. Now Eddie Phillips is in. Buck Williams goes out. Rory Sparrow returns. There's Eddie Phillips for the New Jersey Nets. Sparrow in for Sherrod. Richardson, 65% during the regular season in an orthodox fashion from the angle, and he hits. He's got 9, 3-point play.
You do not want to foul. Keep him in the backcourt.
Back to a 10-point game, Bill. 7 seconds left in the third. Here's Sly Williams, 4 seconds. Sly for 3. Oh, brother! A 3-pointer by Sly Williams to end the third. A cruncher. As far as the Nets are concerned, that's the end of the third quarter with the score. The New York Knicks 89 and the New Jersey Nets 76.
He's been tonight. The Knicks have just out-hustled the Nets. I have not kept track of loose balls, but it seems they come up with every loose one, and as they are rewarded, they get the roll. Stephen?
Ernie Grunfeld. 12 points for Grunfeld, 91-76. Knicks by 15. Fourth quarter just underway. This matches the Knicks' biggest lead. Richardson finds O'Corin. Over Orr. Shot! Rebounded by Sly Williams.
Good solid play right now by the Knickerbockers. Forcing everything. The shots becoming tougher for the New Jersey Nets.
Orr running one-hander. Knocked out by Len Elmore. Elmore got a late jump on the ball and then whacked it out of bounds. Fresh 10-24 for the Knicks. Tucker inbounds to Orr. Here's Grunfeld getting the step on Cook. Webster. And now it's 93-76. The Knicks by 17, establishing their biggest lead with 11:05 remaining in the fourth. Dawkins and Buck Williams off the net bench. Here's Cook underneath. Pretty.
Nets not getting to those easy baskets that we've seen all year. The fast break being taken away. Good sound defense by New York.
Everything has been a struggle here, it seems, for the Nets. Sly Williams going to his right. Eddie Trell. Well, the knock on Sly is that he could only go to his left. He moved to his right there, and he shuffled the feet. Dawkins and Buck Williams return. Bob Bourne makes it 5-1 Islanders at the Nassau Coliseum. Islander explosion. It's the second period. 93-78, and Sugar Ray Richardson connects. 93-80, Knicks by 13. Richardson with 11, 10-24 to go on the fourth. Grunfeld and Cook bumping hard. Here's Tucker and Richardson. Grunfeld wanting the ball underneath. 8 on the shot clock. They stay outside. Lewis Orr from Orville. Buck Williams snares it. 2 minutes gone by in the fourth.
Dawkins.
Yep.
He cleaned out Webster. That's the kind of play all year that's cost him.
Number 4 on Dawkins.
Webster may not be able to eat solid meat after that forearm.
They tangle again. Webster and Dawkins. 5 on the shot clock. Lewis Orr, 30 feet from the hoop, moves in top of the key. Rebounded by Dawkins. A sweeping one-hand rebound by Darrell. 2 fists it out to Cook. He controls the loose ball. Steal by Sly. Here's Grunfeld, stops and pops. The tip-in by Lewis Orr. 95-80 Knicks, 9:12 left in the fourth. Here's Dawkins, rolling to the hoop, drawing the foul.
Nets have to continue to get it in deep to their big people. New Jersey, get it in deep to their big people, but also run. Get a little excitement. Right now, the Knickerbockers outplaying them in all facets of the basketball game.
Cut right in for Webster. Darrell Dawkins at the line for 2. First trip all night, 65% on the year. He's got 12 from the field. Cartwright back in with 5 fouls. 14 for Darrell Dawkins, and it's 95-82. Knicks lead by 13. They've led all the way. Biggest lead, 17. 9 minutes left in the fourth. So can the Nets stage a run at the Knicks here in Game 1 of this best-of-3 opening round miniseries? Game 2 tomorrow night at the Garden. Game 3 if necessary. Sunday at the Meadowlands. Off the steal. Here's Richardson. The trailer is king. So perhaps that will wake things up for the Nets. 95-84. Knicks by 11. Jaminski is up.
Have to swarm on the defense. Active hands. Take a few gambles.
Or
I believe Dawkins is hurt. Tried to get a 20 to get him out of the game. Looking down at his leg.
Rich Mashman, the Nets longtime trainer, out to assist Dawkins.
He's looking at his leg. Fritz is looking upstairs. Probably
And
got
it is the nose or the mouth.
And maybe a little retaliation for an earlier blow.
Darrell Dawkins with the gauze pad in the mouth going to the locker room. Earlier action.
Sugar brought everybody with him. And the Nets small forward, Albert King, trailing for the easy goal.
12 points for Albert King. Bill Blair now trying to orchestrate the attack. Mike Schuler and Bob McKinnon, the assistants. 97-84. The Knicks by 13 with 8:26 remaining. The Nets going with Mike Jaminski, Buck Williams, and Albert King. Richardson and Cook in the backcourt. Robbie Patork scoring for the Rangers. Islanders lead 5-2 in the second. Williams in a crowd. Madden blows the whistle.
Sly Williams are going to give it to him. You can see the Knickerbockers go right at Buck Williams when he has the ball, take his legs away from him. He's unable to make any sort of an offensive move. You'll notice the legs. Everybody's got him trapped, almost immobilizing him.
Number 1 on Sly Williams. King off the spin. Off the pass, the foul on the Knicks. And it's on Louis Orr. That's his first. Marvin Webster back for the foul-plagued Bill Cartwright, who sits down with 5 and 8 points. So they continue to platoon. Turn around. Buck Williams. Tough angle. 13 for Buck. 97-86. Knicks by 11. 7:45 to go in the fourth. Rory Sparrow's had an outstanding night. Webster, high post. Sly. Wild move by Sly, and a bounce to the net.
And a break there for the Nets. If you're going to do it, you got to do it on defense, and you have to score in a quicker fashion. That's taking a long time, and that's because of the good, swarming Knickerbocker defense.
And if you're wondering where was Bernard King, he was resting on the bench with 31. He's back. Jaminski. He was fouled. Marvin Webster all over him. That's his fourth. There's the game face of Bernard King.
Nets have been able to get the ball in low much easier than early in the game. Now, I don't know whether that's a breakdown on the Knickerbockers defense or by design.
Jaminski's first visit to the stripe, 78%. Missing the first, 8 points on the night. 1 out of 2, he's got 9, 97-87, back to a 10-point difference, 7:18 on the clock. Sparrow, a major contributor here to the Knicks. Attack against New Jersey. Robinson, back to Sparrow. Nearly a three-pointer. It's good for 2.
Boy, is he improved as a basketball player. Rolly Massimino thought he was good at Villanova. Look at him now.
18 for Rory. 99-87, Knicks. Richardson nearly walked. Buck Williams can't get it to go down. Tries again. This time he's nailed from behind.
Truck. Number 5 on Truck Robinson.
Yes, indeed. Timeout for the Nets. 6:37 to go in the fourth. Timeout on the floor. You score. Knicks 99 and the Nets 87. The line. 13 points.
I said before, Steve, whether it was by design, they were letting the ball in. It seems New York, when Buck gets it, challenges them. But when it goes to anybody else, they stay on their man outside so they don't have that open jump shot. Interesting concept.
10-point game now, 99-89. Knicks, 6:35 to go in the fourth. Rory Sparrow, 18 points. Webster with Jaminski. Bernard King, 31, 25 on the first half. Make it 33 now. He hit 11 of 12, including his first 7 straight in the first half. 101-89 Knicks.
Awesome display.
Thank you very much, Jiggs, and we are back here at the Meadowlands Arena as Buck Williams plows in, the follow by Jaminski. The story here, 5:55 left in the fourth. It's the Knicks 101, the Nets 91. Nick Bull, Rory Sparrow, rolling around Darwin Cook. Webster now. Truck Robinson digs in. The pitch off to Webster, and he's hammered as Buck Williams hits the deck. That's his fourth.
Body contact. Buck ends up on the floor. Jaminski alertly following, but the Nets are struggling. They're trying to do some things at the guard spot now, but ending up with the easy pass off either the goal or the free throw.
Marvin Webster, his first visit, 59% during the regular season. Just got word that Darryl Dawkins has to sustain stitches in the mouth. Got a wrap on the face a couple of minutes ago here in the fourth quarter. 103-91, Knicks by 12, 5.5 remaining in the fourth. Albert King, jump ball. He was tied up by Grunfeld.
I don't know how Albert escaped with the ball. Ernie Grunfeld, strong-looking individual.
Barrel-chested Ernie Grunfeld. They're both at 6'6". Albert King, Ernie Grunfeld. Jack Batten flips. And the Nets control. Here's Richardson. Around the horn to Albert King. He can't stick it tonight as Grunfeld works hard, and the foul, loose ball on the net.
Jaminski with the shove. You think of Sugar Ray Richardson, Otis Birdsong, and Albert King having quiet evenings. You can see why the Nets are down.
All right, Bill, for those of you watching the Islander Ranger game, let's return you to the Nassau Coliseum.
Darwin Cook trying to step in, attract Rory Sparrow, and the foul.
It'll be Nick Ball. Third team foul on the Nets, non-shooting.
Webster just pointed at Jaminski. Keep your hands down.
Here's Bernard against Buck Williams. Foul against the Nets again.
Buck before.
Boy, a rash of foul. That's number 5 on Buck. What a night for this man, number 30, Bernard King.
And the best part of him is on the fast break. Could you imagine if the Knicks were a fast breaking team? Opportunity break they look for.
Here's Bernard, the quick spin around. Not there that time. The follow by Webster doesn't go, and Jaminski wrestles it away. Here's Richardson. Followed up by Buck Williams. A whistle by the trailing official, Jack Madden. Loose ball foul. Looks to be on Truck.
About the only thing Sugar Ray's been able to get away with is this type of basketball where he's in the open floor and able to get inside the defense, but the half-court offense, once again, a problem for the Nets.
Well, as Truck Robinson sits down with 6 fouls. He is fouled out. Leaves with 11 points. Well, if you're making comparisons, Bernard King 14 out of 16 for 33 points. Albert King 5 for 16 on the night. He's got 12. Here's Buck Williams at the line. 103-91, Knicks by 12, 4:33 left. Otis Birdsong, you see the expression on his face, replaces Darwin Cook. Cook leads with 10 free fouls.
4:30 left, plenty of time for the Nets. The Knicks are so good at handling pressure and getting the ball where they're directed to get it. That eliminates that swarming defense, which the Nets are noted for.
Knicks by 11. Bernard King off the fingertips of Jaminski, kept alive by Webster, and he springs it loose to the backcourt and Sparrow. They all look back at UB Brown on the sidelines for a play. Sly Williams busting in. Webster, and he is fouled. Knicks just getting carte blanche to the basket.
Well, what's happening, Steve, is everybody's coming over to assist. They're letting the guards, small forwards, get inside the defense and leaving the open rebound. Follow-up right at that time for Webster.
And UB Brown watches as Buck Williams has just fouled out of the ball game with 16 points, and that is a rarity. Jaminski is back in. Webster steps up, where he is 2 for 2 for 8 points on the night. Exactly 4 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. 1 out of 2 for Marvin, and it's 104-92. Knicks by 12. Albert King over Bernard.
One of the few times Albert's been able to handle Bernard.
Albert with 14. Here's the trap of the backcourt, but the Knicks able to penetrate. Here's Sparrow. He's going coast to coast. Rory Sparrow continues his impressive play. He hits the 20-point mark. 106-94. Knicks. The fadeaway by Birdsong. And it's flagged down by Sparrow. Whips it down to Bernard King. As he hits the deck, he's fouled.
What always amazes me, the speed and the strength of NBA basketball players. Albert King did everything but take his brother across the river. He was still able to get that ball up with a chance to fall.
Number 5 on Albert King. And Bernard King to the line where he's 5 for 6, and he now has a total of 34 points.
Knicks came ready, aggressive, hard-hitting, and knew what they wanted. Took it to the Nets.
Albert King with the home run. That's a three-pointer. 108-97. Knicks by 11, 3:05 and counting. 17 for Albert King. Here's Bernard, the quick release. Like radar.
Not much you can do the way Bernard is playing.
37. Cook slipping in and is batted out, but a whistle by Jack Madden. As the Knicks call time.
I think they might give this to Grunfield, just a guess.
Look that way. 2:42 to go in the fourth. Timeout on the floor of the score. Knicks 110, Nets 97.
NBA.
They exploited the matchups, both on Albert King and Truck. And the Knicks fans have been tough on Truck, but I'll tell you, he makes it tough at times because they both post up so well. They came prepared, did a good job. Not to say that you can't sneak a win out of this, but they're a tough ball club to come back on, the Knickerbockers.
Knicks exuding confidence all night long, never trailing, as Jaminski makes the first. He's 2 for 3 at the line, has 12, and now 13 on the night. 110-99, Knicks by 11, 2:42 to go in the fourth. Bernard King and the foul. Bernard King, 39 points. Albert King has just fouled out.
He is one of those players that when he starts early, he can almost send in the amount of points. An awesome display, as we both mentioned. Albert once again doing everything to prevent the layup, but getting the foul.
Three-point play. 40 points for Bernard King, closing in on his season high of 43. 113-99, Knicks by 14, 2.5 remaining in the fourth. The drop off to O'Koren into deep, followed home by Jaminski. 113-101, Knicks. Tomorrow's Net Knick playoff game 2 can be seen on Madison Square Garden Cablevision, and tickets are available. Friday's Ranger Islander playoff game 6 can be seen on MSG Cablevision. Here's Bernard going to work again. This time it doesn't fall. O'Koren rips it loose for Cook. Off The spin. The trailer was O'Corin. Back to Birdsong. Marvin Webster grapples for it. And the foul by Cook. That's his fourth. You see the expression on Darwin's face does not agree.
UB helping out. Used to always enjoy helping the opponent out when you were up late. It made it a lot easier.
So to the line goes Sparrow. 5 for 6. That's 21 points now for the New Jersey product. Eastside High School, Patterson, New Jersey. Eddie Phillips replaces Mike O'Corin. Leaves with a pair.
Tough for Bill Blair. Good workouts. Thought they were ready. Not nearly. Otis not himself as of yet. And Sugar really not coming up with a typical Sugar game. And of course the turnover there by Otis. Not like Otis Birdsong.
Birdsong coughing it up. Otis missing 12 straight with the pelvis problem and then coming back over the last 2 regular season games and looking sharp, but having difficulty tonight along with Sugar Ray Richardson. Albert King not able to stick that jumper. We are many of the 15,672 filing out. Shot clock down to 5. Sly Williams travel. Eddie Phillips, James. He's got 6, 11-point game, 45 seconds. Trent Tucker outside to Sly Williams, batted away from behind. Jaminski scooped it up with 30 seconds to go. Phillips for 3.
A pass from Eddie.
Okay, they'll accept it.
Alert, Lenny Elmore.
116-107.
Foul down here, Steve. Eddie Phillips. Got to rev it up tomorrow. Letting it all go. 1 ball game.
If necessary, Game 3 this Sunday at the Meadowlands Arena at 3:30. Tickets for that and all playoff games on sale at the Meadowlands Arena box office. They can be purchased at all Ticketron outlets by calling the Nets ticket hotline at 201-935-3900. Sly Williams makes them both. He's got 7, including a 3-pointer. 118-107, Knicks with 10 seconds remaining. And here's your countdown with 3. That's it. And the New York Knicks capture game number 1 of this best-of-3 mini-series by defeating the New Jersey Nets in convincing fashion here at the Meadowlands Arena.
The Knicks